What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Hugo Strange here one more time. Just coming back from seeing... Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Man of Steel. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to say that I'm not going to compare this to the Richard Donner Superman or Superman Returns or anything like that. Because the Richard Donner Supermans came out in an era where comic book movies were kind of unheard of and were kind of this new thing that were just put out there. So the Richard Donner Supermans are kind of what preambled the whole comic book movie genre in and of itself, when people started to like actually take it seriously, like, yes, we can make big movies out of, you know, comic book superheroes. It's not just for, you know, kids and stuff. So I'm not going to do that with this movie. Man of Steel is the Superman movie that we've wanted to see for a long time now. And what's really getting under my skin is the slanderous, nonsensical, just the slanderous, nonsensical reviews that this movie has been getting. To be below Superman Returns with all of the content in this movie. This movie was awesome. And yeah, one of the best movies I've seen next to and including The Avengers, Dark Knight, etc., etc. But more so than that, this was kind of Superman's Dark Knight. And I know what you're all thinking, that, oh, it's dark, it's grim, it was gritty. No, what I mean is that Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder, but more Christopher Nolan, because this is kind of his shtick, because he did it with The Dark Knight, is that he's able to put two genres in one movie. Where The Dark Knight really wasn't just like a superhero movie, it was a crime film. With Superman Returns, we're getting a Superman movie, but we're also getting an alien invasion movie. And that's kind of what happens here. That's the thing that makes this real, is that we're getting this and that at the same time, and they work perfectly with how everything is set up. The characters are great. There's some really strong performances coming from Kevin Costner, Henry Cavill. Michael Shannon freaking owns in this movie as Zod. Like, I hate to admit it, but I did have my doubts, you know, just from seeing his intensity in the trailer. I'm like, whoa, maybe he's gonna, like, you know, do this too hammy, but no, he like brought it like full force. Also, this movie does what I think a lot of the other Superman movies didn't do. They did it in the Richard Donner Supermans. They tried to do it in Superman Returns and failed miserably. But what this does is it makes Superman interesting. And the thing, I'm not saying that Superman isn't interesting, I'm just saying that a lot of people, stupidly so, try to say that Superman, oh, he's hard to relate to, you can't relate to him, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you people really need to pick up a comic book, because then you would see that Superman is a very relatable character. But this movie actually puts that into perspective. We actually see the conflict of that Superman is dealing with here. We actually see we see the issue that Superman has being who he is. You know, we see the kind of weight that's on his shoulders, and there's some incredibly obvious symbolism in this movie, particularly in one scene. And when you see it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But this movie, I mean, there are some wipeouts in this movie. Superman is like throwing bows in this movie. I don't see how anyone can hate this movie without like without diminishing the fact that this is ground that hasn't been covered in any other Superman movie. That's what I'm saying. Like, we actually get to see Superman, like, fight, which is something that we haven't seen in a lot of Superman movies, you know? And that's kind of sad, too, because for a character as powerful as Superman, we really don't get to see him exhibit those powers. In this movie, we do, and it's awesome. And yeah, I can't see how anyone can walk away from this movie saying, I didn't like it. I can't see it. Like, I understand no movie is perfect, but I'm a believer, and as you can see, I got the Justice League t-shirt on. I'm supporting the movement, but like, I can see what they're doing here, and if this is what we can expect from the DC cinematic universe, if this is what we can expect from it, if this is the quality kind of product that's going to be put out there, then green light, go for it, because this movie, like I said, was everything that a Superman movie needed to be. And yeah, they do a little tweaking with the mythos here and there, but it's not anything that you're going to be like, bullshit about. You know, it's not going to be that. There's some wipeouts in this movie. This movie is freaking awesome. Like, awesome. 2 thumbs way up from me. Loved it from start to finish. Everything that they were doing with it, where they were going with it, how it was done, everything. Everything. Loved this movie. Cannot say enough good stuff about it. I will have a spoiler review coming up later, so I can talk about it more in depth with the people who have seen it. But until then, I'm Hugo Strange. Go see Man of Steel if you haven't already. Support the movement. That's all there is. I'm out. Peace.